Well, it's not the start to Indy 500 practice that we were hoping for. Hey there, IndyCar fans. My name is Nathan Brown. I'm your motorsports reporter with the Indianapolis Star here on an early end of what was supposed to be the first day of practice for the 500 here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We waited around here all day hoping we could get a little bit of a window in between this intermittent on and off rain, mist, sometimes significant downpour that we had around central Indiana and around IMS today, and it wasn't in the cards. Today's schedule was supposed to start with on-track action at 9 a.m. for 2 hours for veterans, followed by 2 hours for rookie R.C. Enerson to go through his rookie orientation program. And then we were supposed to end things with a 3-hour all-skate session from 3 to 6. The morning complete washout. It was looking as if we might get a chance to go on track right around 2:30 or so. IndyCar officials opened pit lane at 1:50, and around 2:10 they had announced that cars would go on track at 2:15 to start install laps before that 2-hour veteran session would begin. And right as that hit, we started to get raindrops again, and it turned into a full-on downpour. And just shy of 4 this afternoon, IndyCar announced that they were calling things for the day. It is now, I don't know, I wouldn't say sunny, but sunnier. We don't have any more rain anymore this afternoon. It is just after 5 o'clock as I look at my watch right now, but not enough time. We were scheduled to end things at 6, and IndyCar wanted to keep to that, and there wouldn't have been enough time to dry the track. So tomorrow we start a little bit earlier, get things going at 10 a.m. on the dot, which is also when gates open, by the way. Gates are not opening any earlier. So on-track action starts 10 a.m. from 10 to 10:05. Every single car gets the chance to do install laps from 10:15 until noon. R.C. Enerson will get his chance to run through his rookie orientation program, and then from noon until 6, assuming that Enerson passes that program, all 34 cars will be able to run for those 6 hours as much as they please. News of the day now. We got a chance, while cars weren't on track, to talk to a handful of drivers in today's media bullpen. Among the two drivers that I got a chance to speak with were Rahal Letterman Lanigan Racing's Jack Harvey and Graham Rahal. Neither have been off to the start of the season that they were hoping for, really outside of the team's qualifying performance on Friday at the GMR Grand Prix. It's been a pretty disappointing season after one a year ago, where the back half of the season the folks at RLL felt like things were trending in the right direction. They'd gone through a test at Sebring in the middle of the summer, and heading to Toronto, really were able to turn some things around. Christian Lundgaard had a couple finishes up at the front. He finished second here, actually, on the IMS road course. Had some really strong runs in the top 5 and top 10, as did Graham Rahal. But when we came into this season, the team was still well off the pace, really similar to where they were at this time a year ago. They've gone through some changes this offseason with the exit of former team president Piers Phillips and the addition of technical director Stefano Sordo. So a shakeup there, and they're hoping that things will eventually move in the right direction. And Graham Rahal said it needs to happen quickly. He is at the end of his latest contract at the end of this 2023 season, and he said all options are on the table. Now, he said he does not plan to retire, doesn't feel like things are trending that direction, but he didn't exactly shy away from that either. He said he's tired of running in the back of the pack in 20th, certainly tired of qualifying back there and having to work his way up to earn just a 12th or 10th place finish, which is how a lot of his races have gone over the last year plus. And he said he's not crossing out the option potentially leaving Rahal Letterman Lanigan Racing at the end of this year if either he feels like there's a better opportunity for him elsewhere, or if the team would be better served to have him vacate his seat and bring in either a younger driver with more runway, more potential, or just a little bit of a shakeup to see if that would better the team. And then obviously, who knows where that might leave him. He is just 34 years old, but he's been racing in this series in some form, most of it full-time, since he was 18 years old. So we'll see what the rest of this month of May leaves for Graham Rahal. Certainly a strong run at the 500 would be very important to him, his future, his team's momentum, as they hope to stay together for certainly the rest of the season, but at least another round of contracts between Rahal and the team moving forward. Here's more about what Graham Rahal had to say on his future, as well as Jack Harvey talking about his tenuous future with RLL this season and in the seasons beyond.
Do I see myself leaving at the end of the year? I mean, my deal is up. Do I see myself, retiring? No, I don't. But I also am not going to sit here and not run up front when I know I can compete with those guys. And I don't say that arrogantly or overconfident. Ask Will Power, he'll tell you. I know I can compete with those guys. I don't want to sit here and keep running around in 20, and so that's not a selfish thing, but it's actually the opposite, because for me, eventually you got to look internally and go, look, am I the piece of the puzzle that's not really clicking here? Like, do I need to step away and bring a different drive or whatever? But the flip side of that is all of our sponsors are long-term deals. All of the sponsors have my name in the contract. So where am I going to go?
But is it on the table if you're still running 20 in September?
I think it's anything's on the table. I've literally made no decision. Even going somewhere else.
It's what it is, mate, really. I'm a realist, and right now, we definitely need to get some results. In any sport, you need to get the results if you want to continue, and I think that responsibility is shared. It's shared by me, it's shared by the team, and we both need to come together to achieve what we initially thought we could achieve together. So, in terms of the rumours, really they're natural. I really don't spend a lot of time thinking about them, dwelling on them. I really spend my time just focusing on what's in my control, and right now that's the first thing is to try and qualify for the 500. Next thing will be to try and win the thing. So we'll see exactly what the future holds. It isn't something that even within my management team we've really chatted about yet. Good month of May and good June and July. It's a much different outlook. So we'll see.
We also talked to Simon Pagenaud and Elio Castroneves, teammates at Meyershank Racing, in this morning's bullpen. Those drivers also not super duper thrilled with the start to their 2023 seasons together, the second year that they have run full-time together in Meyershank Racing's 2 full-time car program. But both felt, even though we haven't gotten a chance to see much on track, last month's Indy 500 Open test was cut a day short. They feel like they have a good backup plan to fall back on. Both cars ran reasonably strong a year ago, although they fell back a little bit in the race. They did not qualify very well, so they were already starting a bit on their back foot, but both cars managed to make their way up into the top 10 by the end of 200 laps. So they feel as if there's some freedom over these next couple days of practice to try a lot of things, see how things shake out. And if they don't feel comfortable, certainly if they don't qualify well on Saturday and Sunday, they feel like they have strong car setups that they can rely on from 2022. And even if they do qualify well, you could have some good cars there on hand that might deliver top 5, maybe even a second win in 3 years for that team. Although we do have some aerodynamic changes to the cars, some more options for teams to tinker with, so it doesn't make that maybe as easy of a wholesale switch back to those 2022 setups, but there's at least something there that they feel like they could tinker with when it comes closer to race day. That's all we have. Again, tomorrow's on-track activity begins at 10 a.m. with a session of an hour and 45 minutes for R.C. Enerson to get his ROP out of the way. And then, as planned, we have all 34 cars running for 6 hours from noon until 6 for the second day of Indy 500 practice. I'm Nathan Brown, your motorsports insider with the Indianapolis Star, bringing you all of this month's coverage, both here on Pit Pass Live, online at IndyStar.com. We'll have photos, videos, several stories, everything you need to get your fix of 500 news and content. Thanks for watching this edition of Pit Pass Live.